Rob Gronkowski is widely considered to be one of the best tight ends in the history of the NFL. He wasn't called the NFL supernova for nothing. His extreme versatility to play as a wide receiver and still excel as an offensive lineman was one of one. Gronk's infectious laugh and humor have been loved by many fans, and the Gronk spike has become a fan phenomenon. This is the rise of Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski, or most people who know him as Gronk, was born on May 14, 1989 in Amherst, New York, and grew up in Williamsville, where sports ran in the family. His dad, Gordon Gronkowski, played football for Syracuse, and even his great-grandfather, Ignatius, was an Olympian cyclist in the 1924 Summer Olympics and got 5 world records. Rob was playing multiple sports from the start. He started with hockey until 14, then switched up to basketball, football, and baseball at Williamsville North High School. He rocked it as a tight end and D-end in football, ruled the court as a basketball center, and owned the baseball diamond as a first baseman. During his junior year at Williamsville North, Gronk tallied 36 receptions for 648 yards and 7 touchdowns in football, which earned him top spots in the All-Western New York and All-State teams. In 2006, he moved to Woodland Hills High School in Pittsburgh for his senior year. Even though he caught just 8 passes that year, his skills and impact on the team earned him titles like Super Prep All-American, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette Fabulous 2022, Post-Gazette First Team All-Conference, Patriot News Platinum 33, and Pittsburgh Trib Review Terrific 25 player. Colleges like Kentucky, Arizona, and more lined up to try to get him to play for their programs. After graduating from Woodland Hills in 2007, Gronk took a step toward becoming a rising superstar. Barton Simmons from 24/7 Sports saw Gronk's great potential and suggested he could have been a good offensive tackle. But Gronk had something unique that set him apart from the rest. Gronkowski was absolutely one of those guys whom some people looked at and saw as an offensive tackle because of his size. He probably could have been a first-round pick at offensive tackle if he wanted to do that. He was just so uniquely talented. Rob Gronkowski opted to play football at the University of Arizona from 2007 to 2009. There, he was guided by head coach Mike Stoops. While pursuing a pre-business major, Gronkowski's primary focus centered on raising his stock with the Arizona Wildcats football team. In his college debut, Gronk tallied 1 reception for 17 yards but 0 touchdowns. And then he went on a rapid rise that propelled him to several freshman All-American lists and All-Pac-10 honors due to his standout performances. He finished that season with 28 receptions for an impressive 525 yards, 18.8 yards a catch, and scored 6 TDs. His 18.8 yards per reception set a new school record for tight end, standing out as the team's best in that category. The following season began with a slow start, but Gronk made a great return, securing 47 catches for 672 yards and 10 touchdowns. It's worth mentioning that 5 of those touchdowns were recorded in his first 2 games against UCLA and Washington. The John Mackey National Tight End of the Week award was given to him twice at the time. His college journey also witnessed him setting multiple records for a tight end in a single game season, and career receptions, yards, and touchdowns. His on-field dominance was given recognition, especially as an AP third-team All-American and being named to the All-Pac-10 first team as a tight end. However, just before the 2009 season, Rob was sidelined due to a back injury that caused him to miss his entire junior campaign. But that didn't stop him from opting for an early entry into the NFL draft. Reflecting on his college days, Gronkowski related his story to a movie and promised to take better care of himself. He also recalled a college assignment where he eyed a career as a professional football player with a specific desire to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In that letter, he wrote, "In college, I was asked to write about a dream job opportunity that I wanted to pursue and where that location would be. Every time I had to write about my future, no matter what, I picked being a professional football player. For that assignment, though, we had to pick the location, so I wrote that I wanted to play in Tampa for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for many reasons, the sunny weather being number one. More about this later." Rob Gronkowski's college tenure at the University of Arizona made him a standout thanks to his athletic abilities and great frame. Standing at 6'6" and weighing 265, he was a dominant force in the field and was mostly compared to Shaq or LeBron. However, despite his evident talent, several factors made it hard for analysts to rate Gronk's potential as a top pick in the 2010 NFL draft class. Amidst Gronkowski's impressive on-field numbers, prior major back surgery and a history of injuries cast shadows on his entry into professional football. Gronk's lively social reputation during his time at the University of Arizona along with the Wildcat's simple offensive style, made it challenging for NFL scouts to predict how he'd adjust to the pro levels. The New England Patriots were going through some changes in their management, which made things more complicated when evaluating Gronkowski before the draft. Key people like Scott Pioli and scout Jim Nagy leaving the team caused a bit of a shift. With many talented tight ends available in the draft like Ed Dixon, Jimmy Graham, and Aaron Hernandez, Gronk's abilities had to be carefully considered. Looking back, Director of College Scouting John Robinson remembered his first impressions of Gronkowski during the Combine. While their first meeting showed Gronk's friendly side, figuring out how much he loved football in such a short time was tough. But in another meeting, watching Gronkowski's outstanding game against Oregon made it clear that he had some exceptional skills. This got the Patriots interested in him and made them want to explore further how he could fit into their team. In the 2010 NFL Draft, the Patriots initially held the 22nd pick but opted to trade down twice. First, just after the Bengals picked Gresham as the initial tight end, the Patriots moved back to the 24th spot, also gaining a fourth-round selection they later used for Hernandez. Then, they shifted further down to the 27th pick, where they selected Devin McCourty. Looking ahead to their next pick at number 44, the Patriots were aware that the Ravens, positioned at number 43, were also eyeing tight ends. To avoid missing out, the Pats traded a sixth-round pick to the Raiders, allowing them to jump ahead of the Ravens and secure the 42nd pick. Their draft strategy involved strategic moves to ultimately add Gronk to their roster. Right after he got picked, Gronk signed a 4-year deal worth $4.4 million with a signing bonus of $1.76 million. Even though he missed the 2009 college season due to back surgery, he smoothly moved into the NFL without missing any games or practices. His first season as a rookie was a big deal because he became the first tight end since the NFL-AFL merger to score 10 touchdowns. When Gronkowski started in the NFL, his impact was immediately felt. He was 5th in fan voting for the 2011 Pro Bowl among tight ends and 4th among rookies. He was also chosen for the NFL All-Rookie team. Then, in his second season, Gronk made NFL history during the Patriots' Week 13 victory against the Indianapolis Colts by scoring 3 touchdowns. At the end of that game, he held the record for the most touchdowns scored and shared the record for receiving touchdowns with Antonio Gates and Vernon Davis, both at 13 touchdowns. His performance earned him a starting spot at the 2012 Pro Bowl. He then finished the season with 18 total touchdowns, including 17 receiving TDs. Gronk set new NFL records for tight ends and was selected to the AP All-Pro First Team. However, Gronk sustained an injury in the AFC Championship against the Ravens. The injury to his ankle became a big question leading up to Super Bowl 46, where the New England Patriots were eventually defeated by the Giants. Gronkowski's new role in the Patriots' first 2 NFL championships was huge. After his ACL-MCL surgery, he came back stronger and made a return in the game against the Dolphins. He grabbed 4 passes for 40 yards and a key touchdown. The season saw him become the first tight end in NFL history to score 10 touchdowns in 4 different seasons. His performance in the 2014 season didn't go unnoticed. He claimed a unanimous All-Pro nomination with all 50 votes alongside his 3rd Pro Bowl nod and his 2nd first-team All-Pro selection. His return post-surgery was also celebrated with the Comeback Player of the Year award at the 2015 ESPY Awards. Gronkowski again improved in the playoffs, especially against tough teams. In the divisional round against the Ravens, he caught 7 passes for 108 yards and scored a touchdown. In the AFC Championship against the Colts, he had 3 catches for 28 yards and another TD. These performances helped the Patriots reach a Super Bowl 49 appearance. That Super Bowl against the Seahawks, the Pats finally got their 4th ring. Gronk was a big part of that win, making 6 catches for 68 yards and an important touchdown in the second quarter, which helped him seal the deal. Fast forward to the 2016 season, Gronk continued to play well and got 25 passes for 540 yards, 21.6 yards per reception, and 3 touchdowns, and was considered to be one of the best tight ends at the time. While Gronk was sidelined due to injury, the Pats still managed to grab their 5th ring in Super Bowl 51 against the Falcons. Even though he wasn't playing, Gronk helped the team behind the scenes. That victory tied them with the Cowboys and the Niners for the 2nd most Super Bowl wins ever. This big win made Gronk even more of a respected tight end in NFL history. But before the 2018 season started, there were talks about Gronkowski possibly getting traded to the Dolphins. And that plan fell through after Gronk hinted he might retire. Even so, after talking with head coach Bill Belichick, he said he was coming back to play for the Pats in the 2018 season. During the playoffs, Gronkowski played a major role in lifting the Patriots to the Super Bowl. His play in the divisional round against the LA Chargers with a 25-yard reception helped secure the Patriots' 41-28 victory. Then they clinched their spot in the Super Bowl by winning over the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. In Super Bowl 53 versus the Los Angeles Rams, Gronk tallied 87 receiving yards and set Super Bowl records for tight ends with 23 catches and 297 yards. One of the most remembered moments of his career came in the fourth quarter when his 29-yard catch from Tom Brady paved the way for the game's sole touchdown, securing a 13-3 win and the Patriots' sixth Super Bowl victory. They were tied with the Pittsburgh Steelers for the most championships in the NFL. After 9 seasons in the league, Gronk bid farewell at the age of 29 as he announced his retirement via Instagram in March 2019. His decision stemmed from a long list of injuries and their toll on his mental health. However, his retirement was short-lived as he made a return through a trade to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in April 2020, reuniting with former Patriots teammate Tom Brady. During his time with the Bucs, Gronk made significant contributions and got 45 catches for 623 yards and 7 TDs in the regular season. His impressive 29-yard catch in the NFC Championship game played a crucial role in securing the Bucs' 31-26 victory over the Packers, too. In Super Bowl 55 against the Chiefs, Gronk caught 2 of Brady's 3 touchdown passes to establish a new postseason record of 14 touchdowns between a quarterback and a receiver. Following this feat, Gronkowski retired from the NFL for the second time in June 2022.